Okay, so I've had some questions on this 1411 and why I did not show it running. Well, the owner of it came too quickly for me to actually hook it up and take it. I told him that it was, I talked to him a little bit, told him it was done and he could pick it up at any time, but he came pretty quickly, so that just, kind of screwed the pooch in that aspect. But what I have is some questions about shock hubs, or shear hubs as they call them, and the differences between them, and the differences between them. I guess I'm looking for a place to put my damn camera that is going to be somewhat productive, so I'll put you right here on the back of this tractor. This should do it. Okay, pre-shock hub, pre-New Holland shock hub. This is what they look like. These are splines. They go all the way around the whole entire hub. There is no give, no sway, or anything. Some people asked, I know there was a couple of people asked, why they don't just put like a rubber bushing in there so that it would flex. Well, when you hit something with these things, they hit so hard and so violently that I don't think that rubber would work. Plus, it would have a tendency to want to pitch on this plate. It wouldn't be stable enough, so it definitely has to be solid. I'm sure there's ways to prevent that, but no matter what you do, it's always going to have that little bit of flexing in it, so it would end up hitting the cutter bar or other things, or just not working quite the way we would like them to work. Which the whole thing is that you want them to shear. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to open this kit up. I don't know if this is a kit for the no rower, which I think it is. This is one of those kits, and I should be able to tell pretty quickly if it is for the no rower or if it is for the more, or the better of the two. This is actually the one they actually need, I think. Yay or nay? Well, believe it or not, this is actually the right one. Wow, this is a kit that I can actually use. See, the no rower had a different hub, and it had a bigger hole in the center, and it was slightly different. And just give me a second here. I'll probably edit this out, but okay. So here's what we got. This is definitely the right one for the thing. Okay, so it fits on there just like the regular old-fashioned type. These are completely interchangeable with your older 1411s. I think when they went to shock hub technology or shear hub technology on the newer models of the 1411, I believe they actually changed the number. Don't ask me what the number was, because after the 1411 I never bought another one of those. So okay, so here's the difference. There's less splines in there. Instead of having a full set of splines that fit on there, like this one, you can see that it's nothing but splines. You have, and that would just fit on top of this, just like it, just like anything. And they still use this in their cutter bars, one like this, on the drives, because you don't want those to shear. So you want them to be solid. And so where they drive, they have a solid spline one. And then, of course, you have this one here, which when you hit something really, really hard, it just shears these teeth off. These little teeth that are in here, these ones right here, it shears those off. I hope you can see me. And that's the end of it. The timing of it is no different than the old one. It's the same. It doesn't change anything else on here, with the exception of a sleeve, which, let me go get that real quick, because I don't think they come with the new kit, in the new kit. They don't. Let me go get that sleeve. If you do feel inclined, and I suggest if you're in rocky areas or new ground, that you do convert to the new shock hub technology. These do not come in the kit. What this is your oil or grease seal that goes on the top there. So you put that on like that, and of course you force it down in there, and that goes on to the seal. This is now your seal race, and that will keep everything inside there. Your oil in, your dirt and crap out. So the old shock hub had that built right in. You can see it right here. That's this piece right here. They have painted that, and honestly, I think the paint should be removed because paint actually has oxide in it, which is it's an abrasive, iron oxide, and it has that abrasive in there and could wear out your seals prematurely. So, you know, a couple minutes with a wire brush on a Dremel tool, or you know, you can clean that paint off of there, or just hit it with some oven cleaner. Spray the inside of that with oven cleaner before you put that on. You know, if you're buying these new shock hubs, which these do, or regular hubs, they do wear out if you want to replace them with this. But if you're going to go to the better, more technologically advanced one, you have to order this one separate, and that basically just takes up the space right there. So that sits on top of there. Now, in the kit, what you get are a couple of washers, okay, and a bolt. So here's your new bolt with your new pink Loctite on it. This is the flat washer that goes down inside there, like so. I don't know, is there another piece that goes over the top of that? I think there is.
There should be.
No, it's just that. That's all. Yeah, that's all. It's just this washer goes on top of this, and then you have your spring lock washer that goes on top of that.
And that piece.
Well, that piece goes underneath. And then,
no, there should be another one right on top of that.
You think so?
There should be another piece. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. There's another.
There's supposed to be a piece on here so it can hold it in place.
Do I have any of them over there? Or did we take them all off? I think we did. Each and every one of these comes with a little printed paper, and it tells you how to do this. So let's see, what do we have? Yes, he is correct in that statement. Here's what it has. The kit comes with a number 4, which is the new shock hub, a new flat washer, a new locking spring washer, and it comes with this bolt. What you don't get are this piece here, which sits inside.
This guy.
Here it is.
That's for the no rower.
This is for the no rower, but it's basically the same. See how much bigger that shaft is? And what that does, that's this piece here that fits on top of that hub. Okay, we can use this just for purposes, only demonstration purposes, so that goes in there.
Oh, that's actually the right one.
No, it's not.
Is it?
Too big. Way too big. So that goes in there like so, and then of course you put your 2 washers in, and that's that. This is, the other one's actually thicker than that, if I remember correctly.
Because this piece will...
And it fits in nicely. All this is this it's basically you're making a sandwich. So not only that piece that goes in here sandwiches down on top of this piece here, which is your race, and that bottoms it out into the bearing housing, or the top cap housing, sets the pressure correctly, and it sandwiches that. So there's an inherent tension in here that keeps it straight, keeps it so that it is straight and doing its proper thing. So the whole idea in this is to actually shear off these teeth. That's the difference in the shock hubs. This design is far superior to the old design. Much cheaper to produce just this hub and the kit than it is to actually fight with than to change the top cap. This top cap now, if I can remember correctly, is well over 200 bucks. This one's junk, so I can throw it on the scrap heap. It's junk. So we don't need that anymore. This piece here, I could throw this on the scrap heap too, because I'll never have another no rower. I just won't.
Here's the...
Where'd you
you
find
can
that
see
one?
the imprint on the back.
Yeah. Where'd you find that one?
It's in the box over there.
Okay, so yeah, this is just another one of these. I got a lot of these parts left over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this all back in the box. And the next time the Case windrower, because Case and New Holland are identical, the only difference are on the inside of the cab. We'll put this all together and put this back in the toolbox, and that's good. And hopefully I taught you something. John Deere owned the original patent on this design. This was their design, and of course for 17 years after John Deere came up with it, they had the patent for 17 years, and then they extended it for 3 more, giving them 20 years on the patent. But after the 17 years, they licensed New Holland, New Holland's patent. You know, they allowed New Holland to use their patent to come up with the Shock Pro hub, and I think that's what they call it. So that's what happened. So New Holland actually adapted John Deere's design. Now there's other companies like Gale. They had their version, which didn't work as well. That was breakaway tops, and they would just snap off the top shaft. Now I never broke one, but I've never stripped out a gearbox either due to an obstruction. I did some damage to gearbox due to obstructions, but other than that, no, it's good. So anyways, I guess that's my explanation for everything that I can think of right now as far as the differences between a regular spline shaft or a spline hub and a Shock Pro hub, and that's that. So anyway, the one thing that looking back on it, the one thing I do wish that New Holland would do would be to come up with a proper timing mark for their gearboxes, but because they're individual gearboxes, it ain't quite that easy. So anyways, Joe's back with the filters that I need to do the oil change on the 7410. And yes, I'm using Napa filters. I know everybody's like, oh my god, Napa filters, the end of the world. Well, grow up, whatever, get over it. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe.